welcome to the called the Bounce Back episode of the Dad Den Uncut. Yeah, I've been kind of disappeared here for the last couple of weeks, and first and foremost, I apologize to everyone for that. As per my earlier post about doing this after the ball of spit bubbles and poop goes to bed, well, you can see her right there, and it is 10 o'clock at night, and she is not yet sleeping. So after about 2.5 hours of trying to get her to sleep, I'm just watching her in the background. After about 2.5 hours of attempting to get her to sleep, I figured I'll just kind of keep her there and I'll do the podcast here. So that's where we're at right now. Anyway, so what's going on the past couple weeks? I did put up a little post or video about it when it first, or shortly after it happened. I hurt my back, and right now they're actually trying to figure out more of what's causing and what's wrong with my back. I literally just woke up one day and I could barely get out of bed. I had a ton of pain. You good? I think she's good for now. Oh, her music turned off. That might not be good. We'll keep going. Anyway, so I woke up this one morning. It was probably about 3 weeks ago, probably pushing a month at this point. And I just could not move. I had a ton of pain in my back. As soon as I stood up, I felt like I locked up and I couldn't like fully straighten up. Just ton of pain. I just kind of wrote it off as, slept wrong, threw out my back, something like that. So life continues, right? I'm on my baby leave, so I'm home with the kids. My wife works at night, so she's sleeping. So I still have things to be done. So I got up, continued. Well, then on and on and on every day. It just got worse and worse, and all of a sudden started. The whole pain eventually ended up going right from like the middle of my back all the way down my left leg, to like where I couldn't even walk. So that's really why I haven't been doing the podcast, is more so because the where I normally do the podcast on my garage is just a stool at my workbench, and the I honestly just couldn't. I wouldn't be able to sit there for more than 10 minutes, if that. Sitting here, I'm in my dining room, if you guys can't tell. Sitting at the dining room table, even in the chairs here, is not exactly super enjoyable, but I'm at a point now. I just gotta get back into this. Just trying to get back into my routine. But anyway, so my wife ended up forcing me to go to the doctor. I really didn't want to. Not very big on going to the doctor to help myself at all. I probably need to change that, but either way. Anyway, so my wife made me go to the doctor. The doctor said, well, it's probably sciatica. So they gave me a shot in my ass. That hurt a lot. I begged them to be put it in my arm, put it somewhere else, put it in my leg. No, right in the left cheek. God damn, that burned. Anyway, I digress. So give me, I don't know if it was a steroid shot or something. It was some type of shot. It'll take the pain away. Half hour, 45 minutes. No. And then I was put on a steroid pack for 5 days. One of those ones that you start with like 6 pills the first day, and then 5 pills, 4 pills, and so on. That'll help with the inflammation and some of the pain. Okay, great. Nope. just got worse and worse and worse. I got to do these exercises and stretches, stretch out that muscle to, I don't know what the idea of it is, to either unpinch a nerve or something, but I don't know. Anyway, so I follow up in a week. Nothing's changed. I'm worse. Well, my back's not out of line, so they didn't want me to go to a chiropractor. The I was just gonna say I thought she'd sleep. Nope. They put me on another steroid pack. They want to get me into an MRI to see what's actually wrong and what's causing it. Another week later, find out, the health insurance denied my MRI request, saying it's not medically necessary and I need to continue treatment with a doctor because obviously that's just going swimmingly. And that's it. Yeah. So that's been kind of the journey of what I'm dealing with my back and my leg, for what I'm currently just calling sciatica, which don't know what the cause of it is, whether it's herniated disc or just a pinched nerve or what's going on with that. So just kind of taking it day by day with it, trying to take it easy. There's been a couple days that I've obviously overdone it when we took the kids to the local county fair just so my daughter would be able to ride the rides and have some fun. And we took her school shopping one day around the mall, and I mean, yes, I was in pain. Yes, I was even more pain the next day, but from this standpoint here, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm on leave from work to be able to spend time and bond with this one here, but also a 4-year-old that I'm trying to make the most of the time with, because she's on summer vacation from school. She's going into kindergarten here in a couple weeks now, so I'm trying to make the most of it. And the last thing I want is for me to just be limited, sitting on the couch just watching them and have to stick them in front of the TV because I can't do anything with them. So of course there were days that I overdid it and I paid the price for it. I don't regret doing it, just because my daughter had a fun day, but yeah, overall that's really why I haven't been posting any videos here, and why I haven't been doing a ton of work and putting up a lot of original content. Most of the stuff I've been putting up has been more so just sharing things that I find funny, relevant, interesting, and so on. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more original content going for you guys here, and start getting back into some of these topics that we talk about every week. This podcast, I really don't have a big topic to talk about. It's more just so kind of recapping what's going on with me and my family, and just kind of letting you know that we're coming back. Quack Attack is back, Jack. Anyway, Mighty Ducks reference for anyone that doesn't know. Yeah, I mean, so I don't know what this is. It's a toy watch. Anyway, I was singing. Sorry, I get distracted, as you all know. Through this, I mean, it's been going on for almost a month now. 3 weeks, a month that I've been dealing with this for my back. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, obviously this thing, what I'm obviously hoping and assuming is temporary. I'm assuming there's nothing actually seriously wrong with my back. But dealing with all of this just makes me think of those parents out there that do have something seriously wrong, as a physical disability, that prevents them from being able to do things with their kids. These past couple of weeks has just been a big kill to my my pride, kills my confidence in being a father. You know, it really drags you down when your 4-year-old comes up to you at night and asks if you can carry her up to bed, and you have to tell her no because you can't make it up the stairs with her. Or when your 4-month-old is playing on the ground and she starts crying, and you have to ask your wife to come help you pick her up because you can't bend down and get her up. Like, I'm 24 years old. I shouldn't be dealing with this crap. And it makes me look back a little bit more, thinking, you know, in the weeks leading up to it, before my back got hurt, I feel like I should have done more with the kids to try to take advantage of it. Like, we didn't just sit there on the couch and do nothing, but I just feel like we could have been doing more, like going for more walks to the park, you know, and doing more things that I wasn't able to do. And in the end, they're the ones that are suffering. These past couple weeks have just been mentally, you know, physically, obviously, you know, I'm in pain. Sitting here right now, again, like I said, like I'm in a ton of pain right now sitting here. But mentally, these past couple of weeks have just, to the point where I have to go back and reread some of my power books, if you want to call them, like the books that help me. Like, I have to go back and reread some of these, and I have to go back and listen to some of my saved podcasts from other people I follow. How the hell, go back and listen to some of my own podcasts. And, you know, I need someone to tell me, hey, get your shit together. You're not dying. Your life's not over. Let's go, you know. Don't get me wrong, I'm not acting like I'm dying or anything like that, but it's more so just kind of depressing that for 3-4 weeks now, when I'm out of work, to be able to spend time with my kids, I can't really spend time with my kids. That, you know, we go to the fair, and we have to stop every 5 minutes so I can stop walking and take a break, as my daughter's sitting there asking to go on more rides, and we have to tell her, you know, wait, hold up. You know, my dad comes over to, you know, see how I'm doing and everything, and see the kids, and my lawn is half mowed because I got halfway through and I couldn't continue walking or pushing, because I push mow my lawn. Now, I don't have a riding mower. You know, it's a real pride killer when your dad's sitting there looking at you, and you're sitting on the porch trying to take a break from mowing, trying to figure out if you're going to be able to finish that day or not, and he asks if I need him to finish mowing my lawn. You know, I have a lot of pride. I don't like having people do stuff for me. I don't like the fact that my wife had a few times had to come home from working all night and had to stay up a little bit longer. Instead of going to bed and getting some sleep, she had to stay up to be able to help me get the kids up for the day and downstairs, because I couldn't carry 12 pounds down the stairs with fear that I might drop her, or not drop her, but, you know, miss a step or my leg give out and I fall down the stairs with her, you know. So past couple of weeks really sucked. A lot of my motivation has been drained out of me. But that's why, it's late tonight, and I wanted to make it work to at least get a podcast going, because I know for my mental state, and to be able to get back into a productive mindset, is I have to force myself to get back into doing things, back into my daily routine, my weekly routine. I went back to work on Tuesday and ended my my summer vacation here. So I went back to work, and especially now that I went back to work, I want to try to get back into my normal, weekly routine of, starting with Mondays with Addie, do with the podcast for Thursdays, trying to get an article here and there for everyone to be able to release as well. Of course, and succeeding at work. That's the way I know how to get out of the funk. So, and this, for anyone watching this too, just remember, we can go a long time with being fine and not having any hiccups, and all of a sudden something happens and you go back down into the dumps here. But we have to remind ourselves of, it's possible to get back out, and remind ourselves of how we got out before, and push ourselves to be able to get out of that. Because the last thing I want is to sit here for the next freaking year being a bum because I'm sitting there in self-pity because my back hurts and and whatever else. So that's the last thing I want to do. Now, brighter news. While I was out, me and my wife started collecting some things. Started going around to like yard sales and stuff like that on free time, and picking up like collectibles and different things like that you can find cheap at collectibles, and reselling them, just because see if there's a way to make a few extra bucks on this side. So that's actually been fun to do, kind of like a treasure hunt kind of thing. But that when we started a few weeks ago, actually right around when I hurt my back, we started that. So that's kind of a new thing that's going on in the Shork household that's a little bit more positive. This one here is rolling now, and she finally rolled over, and continuously rolled over, and figured out she can roll over because of the fact of her sister was watching TV. She heard the TV. I put her down on the floor, and she could not see the TV. The coffee table was in the way. So she learned that if she rolls, she can then roll to a position where she can see the TV. 21st century babies. I can't deal with these kids. Man, 4 months old and they're already all over a freaking screen. I don't get it. I think they're born like that nowadays. It's just ingrained in their mind. And it's not like she sits there and sees these, sees the screens all day long, because we limit Addie's screen time. So it's not like Addie's sitting on the TV all day. We try to limit ourselves on our phones too. So it's not like she's sitting there just watching screens all day. Like I don't like when Addie was little. She was like 2 years old, and she figured out how to get my phone to YouTube and find stuff that she wanted to watch. I had to start putting a freaking code. I never used to lock my phone, but I had to start putting like a number code on it to prevent her from picking up my phone and going into YouTube. What was I doing at 2 years old? I was playing mini hockey in my mom's living room and breaking her lamp. What was I doing at like 5? I was playing Tetris on her Nokia cell phone through cell 1. It's a different world. This is only, 19 years later. 20 years later. Jeez. I don't even know I can't even imagine what the world is going to be like and technology is going to be like when they're all, teenagers and growing up. But I just realized it's the 14th. And the dog popo are coming on the 19th to check if my dog is licensed. My dog is not licensed because I don't like to give Uncle Sam more money than I have to. But apparently now I have to. So, to town hall I go tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, that's about it. I can already tell I'm going to start talking about a bunch of random crap and start rambling on here. I think I got my point across on why I've been out of commission here. We're getting back at it, though. Getting back in the saddle. Alright, I'm going to start playing a bunch of Back to It songs. Back in the Saddle, Aerosmith. Backstreet's Back. Backstreet Boys. I'm Back by never mind. I don't even know where I was going with that. Anyway, alright, that's it for tonight. I think she's actually asleep. She's asleep. Yes. The sound of my silky smooth voice put her to sleep. Or this podcast was just so damn boring. I put my 4-month-old to sleep by talking to you guys. We may never know. Alright, I'll see everyone later here. I'm going to take advantage of some free time here before my wife has to go to work. Maybe watch a movie or so. Alright, we'll see everyone. Thanks.